One profession that is very intriguing to me is an astronaut. These men and women go through many years of school and training to prepare them for the day that they get to travel into outer space. This Pecha Kucha will explore a day in the life of an astronaut aboard the International Space Station, the ISS. Astronauts reach the International Space Station by way of a space shuttle. The shuttle was the world's first reusable spacecraft and the only one that is capable of carrying large payloads and experiments to and from Earth. Before it was developed, the rockets could only be used for the one mission they were designed for. The space shuttles were designed to last for at least 100 missions. In space, you can't measure the time of day by the position of the sun because the ISS completes 16 orbits in one Earth day, meaning that the astronauts experience 16 sunrises or sunsets a day. The astronauts adhere to a schedule set up by the people back on Earth. This schedule coincides with the Greenwich Mean Time. The astronauts start each morning with around an hour of leisure time. They use this time to complete their morning routines, including eating breakfast and getting ready for the day. Astronauts eat 3 meals a day just like on Earth, however the food must be freeze-dried before it's sent up to space so that it can be stored with no refrigeration and take up minimal space while they are gone. Space is such a unique place to perform experiments. It allows you to test the effects of microgravity on different things, something that is not possible on Earth. Space also leads to more explorations. By spending more time in space, we are learning more and more about the effects on an astronaut's body after spending long periods of time in zero gravity. Sometime during the day, the astronauts have to spend at least 2 hours working out. They use specially designed equipment so that the astronauts can get a real workout and keep themselves strong even while in zero gravity. The equipment uses a lot of resistance and anchors to tie the astronauts down and to overcome the lack of gravity. The astronauts are in constant contact with the people who work in the mission control centers around the world, from the United States to Russia. In addition to setting the schedules, the mission controllers help the astronauts to stay on track with their experiments and exercise regimens. They are in charge of the mission from the point of liftoff until the landing. At the end of the day, the astronauts have a planning conference to discuss the happenings of the day with each other and with Mission Control back home. Then the astronauts complete their evening routines, which consist of finishing workouts, rinsing off, and getting ready for bed. While similar to on Earth, each of these things has a way of becoming unique when performed in zero gravity. Finally, as the day draws to a close, it is time for the astronauts to go to bed. They are generally supposed to get 8 hours of sleep, but oftentimes the astronauts have reported having nightmares or strange dreams. The astronauts also have a very unique way of sleeping. They must zip themselves into a sleeping bag type contraption so they don't fly around while they sleep. No matter how long they are there, the astronauts claim that looking out the window and seeing the Earth and the stars right before your eyes never gets old. Whenever the astronauts can't sleep, or even during their free time, an astronaut can always be found looking out one of the many windows on the ISS.